On this day in history, June 29th, 1534, Jacques Cartier is the first European to reach Prince Edward Island. Included in the following is an excerpt from the 1944 edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica going over the history of the island. Jacques Cartier sighted Prince Edward Island in June 1534. Later it was called Île Saint-Jean, until renamed after the Duke of Kent in 1799. Under the French, little attention was paid to the island prior to the Peace of Utrecht, when they began to make efforts to colonize it, and the creation of a feudal proprietorship gave to the French settlers a precarious existence. In 1758, the island, with its capital at Port-la-Joie, Charlottetown, was occupied by a British force until Lord Rollo and a partial expulsion of the French inhabitants took place, comparable with that of the Acadians from the mainland of Nova Scotia. Ceded finally to England in 1763, it became a separate government 10 years later. At this period, an unfortunate system of large land grants to a group of proprietors blocked settlement and created claims that had ultimately to be bought out. Meantime, in 1803-04, Thomas Douglas, Earl of Selkirk, brought out with great success an emigrant settlement of dispossessed Highland tenantry. In the period from the close of the war in 1815 until the middle 60s, the island had an uneventful but happy history. Its economy based on agriculture, fishing, and shipbuilding, with open and profitable trade with Great Britain, the West Indies, and the United States. The passing of free trade, the abolition of the navigation laws, 1849, and the abrogation of American reciprocity greatly altered the outlook and seemed to demand the change. The people of the province favored maritime union as proposed at Charlottetown in 1864, but refused confederation in 1867. They were persuaded to enter in 1873 largely by the offer of the Dominion to assume the Island Railway. Economic hardship after Confederation led to a decline of immigration, a slackening in the growth of population, and later, 1901 to 1931, an actual decline. Politics in Prince Edward Island in the 20th century turned on these relations. In spite of discontent, however, the government remained in the hands of the orthodox liberal and conservative parties.